You wanted something to save, you wanted something to tame. You wanted me to come running when you called my name. You wanted something to train that you could keep on the chain, girl. Ever since you laid eyes on me, you've been barking up the wrong damn tree. Girl, you tried to tighten up the collar, clean me up, pull me up out the holler. That's one pill I ain't never gonna swallow. It's only one way this ends, me running off you on. Yes, I can blame you for trying to fence me in, but that's your fault. Hell, you brought in this outside dog. You know I need me some room for chasing me all night and then sleeping till noon. Gonna do what I do, girl.
We welcome all of you to Nissan Stadium on the banks of the Cumberland River in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Los Angeles Rams taking on the Tennessee Titans. Since these two met in Super Bowl 34, and off we go between the Rams and Titans. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Joe Mixon. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. You talk about this Rams defense. It's quite a unit. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
Normally you want teams to gel late in the season, but this unit, they've been terrific right from the word go. Came in as the number 1 rated unit against the pass in the NFL after just 1 week.
From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down and 6. Now Jones wants to change it up. Second and 6. That's caught at the 25. Touchdown, Titans. Justin Jefferson, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Titans need just 2 plays on their opening drive to take the early lead. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Eddie Pinheiro set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. Looking to put a drive together.
Here we go. Hey, number 258, 258. Hey, Terry.
Here's Fields. And his throw here's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
2nd and 10.
Here we go. Easy.
Now Fields. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A. But we know that he can get first downs with his arm and his legs, Charles. And there, when he gets outside of the pocket, the defense has to account for both, and he's able to complete it for the first.
And he's very comfortable outside of the pocket. Some quarterbacks, that's not their thing. For him, that seems to be the number one asset to his game. Gets out into the open field, things seem to break down the secondary a little bit, and he picks out the right target.
You talk about this Titan defense.
They're a tough unit to throw against, currently 4th toughest in the NFL.
And, hey, they were stingy in the opener, didn't allow much of anything at all through the air, so now they come into week 2 saying, hey, let's see if we can do even better. Let's go ahead and get to that number 1 spot.
And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
Not the one that starts throwing the football. He was 1 for 3, now 1 for 4 on the opening drive.
So getting him comfortable is the key. And for him, it might be different than what we think is comfortable. We're probably thinking swing passes, easy checkdowns. Some guys, they're better off throwing it downfield. That's what really loosens him up.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
A good run there off right tackle. In an old school NFL football, the right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009.
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Fields now to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
And now the yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on third down. Here's Fields. That is caught. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back.
Hey, kid, 258, look at this. West side zip. Go.
Fields. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Here we go. Right.
Running from the gun with Henry. Show off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. It's a pickup of 3, but still a little work to do on third and goal.
Here we go. Turn on, son. Hey, Ken. Say hi.
Now it's Fields. Well, he's got it. That's Kupp for a Ram touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Rams respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Personally, for him, a great opening drive. He had 3 catches, including the touchdown.
That felt like tremendous scouting, great film watching, and creating a game plan to start this off, not only to get him involved, but to send a message to the defense. You have a lot to handle in this one.
So the call's made by Sean McVay. They're going to go for 2.
Don't jump. Ready?
Fields trying to throw for it. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this is not going to wind up anywhere near the landing zone, so this will be blown dead, and they'll move it up to the 40. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Now it's Mixon running right to the 43, second down.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
From the 43, here's a 2nd and 7.
Let's go now.
Again, it's Mixon. And they'll hold him to 3 there as he takes this up to the 47.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it, try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
And he fires one, but incomplete.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time they were up to the challenge.
On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. And whistle blown, a timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on 4th. They're going to try and throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Jones looking to change the play. And no reason for that from any wide receiver.
Oftentimes, you don't even hear the snap count, right? You just look inside, make sure the ball moves, then you take off. How he didn't do that is beyond me.
Not liking the look. They'll change the play.
60 Bison.
Now Jones. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. Smile Munden in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. Throwing Jones. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
And that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback.
Their own 20-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
Here we go, son. 331, 331. West right zip. You got to,
Back to throw, Fields. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Battle. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing, maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements. No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
That's into the hands of Iomanner. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
14 yards.
His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Let's go.
Inside handoff to Mixon. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making an into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Alec Iomanner with his first career NFL touchdown. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And it's up. It's good. Our score, 14-6.
Makes the score, Titans 14, Rams 6. Eddie Pinheiro set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive.
don't jump. Ready?
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Press it. Watch it. Green 19. You got that?
To throw is Fields. Throw left side, complete to Cup. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Here we go.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. They set up the screen for Henry. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They only needed 1 yard on 3rd down. They get 10 instead by going to the air.
And that's a gutsy call there on 3rd and short, because that's a play that's got a good chance of being blown up in the backfield for a big loss of yardage. But nice job out wide to gather in that screen pass, use his blockers well, and pick up the first down.
No mas, no mas. Right.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Bananas Barner, the tight end. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 down at the 33.
Green 19, just what?
Fields throwing again. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Here we go, Scott. Green 19, that's right. Go.
Back to throw again. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Trey Brown. And the Titans are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
The Titans take over 1st and 10.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now Jones going to change it up here. 2nd and 11. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
One of the great coaches said football's really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
Hey, Mosey, you see it, Mosey.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk. And he will have a Titans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for a Titans 1st down.
At the 60, at the 60.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. 2nd quarter action, 1:56 remaining. 2nd down and 3. Looking to throw. Jones. That's complete right side to Kmet. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 25-yard line.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
2 yards.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
This is 2nd and 8.
Here we go, set. 72.
Back to throw. Jones. Open man. He's got Jefferson across the formation. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal. And he's turning in a nice performance. Remember, he had the touchdown earlier, and this time he's able to beat double coverage to grab it.
I think that if he weren't worried about a taunting penalty, he'd run by the opposing team's bench and say, guys, 2's not going to be enough. You better get some more guys trying to cover me. He knows how to get open downfield.
They go play action here on 1st down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Smile Munden in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. Two of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Mix it up the middle. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
Let's go now. 19.
Looking to throw. Jones. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Mac Jones with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 of the year. And the Titans will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
That's a really good decision right there outside of the pocket. You've got to know the right time to shift from passer to runner. He was looking and looking. Nothing there. You can almost feel the brainwaves firing as he calculates. I think I can win a race to the pylon. And he turns out to be right. Touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. This defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a 2nd half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
Gain of 16 yards. And the Rams first down.
Here we go.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henry. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
11. Here we go, son. 58, which is that? You got a mini back.
Again, Fields. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
Here we go, son. 319, just touch.
A final shot before the break. Fields. He'll try and do this himself. Looking deep here for Dobbs. And that is incomplete. So we hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail here as we resume play. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone, so this ball will come out to the 30 now. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game start of the 3rd quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives, try and slow things down a little bit.
And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Now a 2nd and 6.
Here we go, son. Tonight.
On the counter, it's Henry. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Fields now to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 24-yard line. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Here we go. Green knight.
Now Fields. Wide open receiver complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. 2nd down in the yard.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 15-yard line.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. The former 3rd overall pick, Quentin Williams there to bring him down.
The downside for the defense is that they're dealing with a team that's in their red zone, but the upside, not much room to work with for the offense. Fewer windows in the zone for them to throw into. Tough for a quarterback to get a throw off before the pressure ends up getting to him.
Henry's got it out on the left side. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And I know that one didn't work out the way they thought, but I don't think it was a bad time to call this play. You're thinking on 3rd down, you might possibly see some pressure. You might see a blitz. So they tried to set up the screen, but that one was well read, and they stopped them for no gain.
On 4th down, Fields. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. A.J. Barner from 17 yards out. And the Rams take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6. So the call's made by Sean McVay. They're going to go for 2.
The Rams will line up.
Fields trying to throw for it. And he will get into the end zone. So that shaves 2 more off the deficit as they now trail by 5.
14. Chris Boswell set to kick off.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line to the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. But I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. From the gun on 3rd down, Jones. And he will have a Titans first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. A handoff to Mixon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
Let's go now.
On 2nd and 12, Jones has set up the screen here to Mixon. Down the right sideline. Joe Mixon, touchdown Titans. Joe Mixon with career touchdown number 75. And the Titans go up by 2 touchdowns. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down. They had a big strike here in the third quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And a lead now up to 14.
Eddie Piñeiro set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't they, Ben? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, put the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Play action. It's Fields. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
319, did I see that? Right.
Now it's Fields. Now he'll tuck this and run. That one taken in by Neighbors. And he makes it all the way down to the 13-yard line. A big play there for L.A. 45 yards. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
First down, Rams.
Inside handoff, Henry. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Here's a 2nd and 8. Fields changing the play.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 11-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Fields. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Give that sack to Nakobe Dean. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Here we go. Up, let's go. Hey, Ken. Jump. Is that all right?
Here's Fields. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Here we go. Press. Left strike. Up. All right.
Here we go on 4th down. Fields. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because What you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, the fact you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Ready up.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Let's go.
From the gun again to Mixon. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
That's a 1st down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Nixon will try the right side.
And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1. From the 48-yard line, here's the 2nd and 8.
Throwing Jones.
That's into the hands of Eilman.
So the completion good for 6 yards. And now we've got a 3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd and
3. Cardinal.
Now Jones. That is caught. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
A 7-yard gain. That's another Titans 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
It's now 3rd and 10.
Operating from the gun, Jones. Touchdown, Titans! Alec Eilman, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Titans are on their way to a 2-0 start. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt, the head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
Eddie Pinheiro set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive.
They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think, and a dash of anger.
11. Extend. Slide.
Fields. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
Out, let's go.
To throw is Fields. This pass caught. It's Dobbs with it. Still going in inside the 20. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Romeo Doubs, 76 yards. And the Rams have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And he's going to get in. So they're back within 11. He hits the big target for the two-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Or are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And he returns this to the 22.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a 3-possession game and all but put things to bed. Across midfield. And he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 34.
First down.
19, Tiger, 19.
First and 10 at the 34-yard.
They'll stay on the ground, mix it again. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Here's a give to Mixon. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Back to throw. Jones. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Justin Jefferson with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Titans have... pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Now the Titans leaving the offense out there. They'll go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there.
Back to throw. Fields.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
222.
From the gun on third down, Fields. And he'll get this underneath to Henry.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 43.
11.
First down. A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Rams.
Here's Fields. And that is incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Here we go, side. Move to the edge, move here,
Fields throwing again.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown.
Brevin Jordan.
42 yards. And the Rams are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And the Titans are going to come up with it. And that should just about do it. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown.
Joe Mixon
with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game.
And the Titans have made it a 3-score game now here in the 4th.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20.
Makes the score Titans 48, Rams 28. Eddie Pinheiro set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off.
It's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. It's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Looks like they're going to keep throwing to the bitter end. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
Here we go.
Off play action, Fields. Oh, Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time. Marcus Jones picks it. And the Titans will take over here just shy of the 30.
Intercepted. The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Come on. 7, 9,
defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Titans, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for L.A., they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.